Yeah, this is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and now let's start the show.
Hello and welcome to We Are Podcast, the only podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. This is episode 63, and my name is Matt.
And my name's Phil.
And as always, thank you anyone and everyone for listening. And we're back again. Michigan craft beers, we try them. We Are Tries, episode,
We are back.
Yeah, look it up yourself. And today we're trying Lagunitas Undercover Investigation Shutdown Ale. 9.5% alcohol by volume. Woo! Alright. Got the Punisher here, Phil. Let's punish this beer.
I hope this is not a mistake.
I always forget to bring water.
Again,
even though I'm literally like 5 steps away from my kitchen, I'm still not going to get one. You made your decision, Phil. You picked them out this time.
I did.
Alright. Give her a sniff.
Oh,
God, it smells like a burning barrel.
Oh, it smells like a burning barrel, like maybe a stout. Oh, strong.
Alright, Phil. We Are Podcast. Get in the yeah.
To We Are Podcast. Ooh, yeah! Wow. That is actually... It actually doesn't smell as bad as I thought it would be.
Or it tastes as bad as it smells.
Right. It actually doesn't taste as bad as it smells, but... It actually tastes light to me.
Yeah, halfway decent. Considering this is named, Undercover Investigation Shutdown, some prohibition shit. I thought this was going to be like some bathtub gin. Especially considering the 9.5 alcohol volume. But, Phil, maybe we're finally getting used to fucking, all these craft beers.
I actually thought it would be a lot worse, considering the alcohol
content, yeah. But this ain't half bad.
It actually tastes lighter than I thought it would.
Yeah, it still has somewhat of a dark beer taste, but it's not like fucking chugging a Guinness, you know?
Right. It kind of tastes like a really light type Guinness.
Yeah, it tastes like a light Guinness. Yeah, that's the best way to put it, I guess.
But one that you can stand.
One you don't have to mix with a fucking other beer.
Correct.
Frankenstein and Hargen. Phil, somewhere over the rainbow, craft beer waits for me. I'll never get a DUI 'cause I never drink and drive. Designated driver, people. It's not that hard. And seriously, if you're going to spend that kind of money, you can buy a taxi. Paris Hilton should not have so many DUIs, is all I'm saying, Phil, right?
I agree.
You can afford a cab, bitch.
She can call anybody anytime to pick her up.
Yeah. Now, public intoxication when we're walking around downtown playing Pokemon Go, that's another thing. But we're not driving.
It is true.
There is no fucking Pokemon and drinking laws, is there, right?
No. Get a little bit of a deeper taste when I take a quick swig of it. But I did enjoy that light taste that it had at the beginning, but
Oh yeah, I'm about to say we gotta do our rating, don't we?
right.
Well, I interrupted you. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish. You give your rating, then I'll give mine.
I did really enjoy the light taste when I first tasted this beer. But if you do take a couple quick swigs of it, you can actually taste the difference when you take a quick swig and you take a long swig.
Yeah.
A long swig will taste light, but if you take a quick swig, you can taste the darkness beer that's in it.
The stout. So, try, pass, recommend.
I would recommend actually giving this a try because I thought it would actually taste a lot darker than I thought. It actually tasted like a light beer when I first tasted it.
A dark light beer.
Yep, it tastes like a dark light beer, basically.
Yeah, I guess that's the best way. Yeah, give it a try.
I was actually surprised.
Yeah. This ain't no Neapolitan beer, though, Phil. That is still probably the best one I think we've had so
True
far.
that.
But this also ain't robot space chicken or whatever it is either, right?
True. But being a 9.5, I thought it would,
Tastes like gasoline.
right. I thought it would grow some hairs on my chest.
All of a sudden, the hairs from the top of your head go to your chest. I'm not losing my hair, it's just coming out in different places. But yeah, I give it, it's not bad. I'll totally recommend this. And plus, you get let's go, get some Tommy guns and rob a bank or something. Let's go smuggle some liquor across the Great Lakes from Canada.
Let's try.
Well, that's what they did back in, because like I said, we live this is a Michigan craft beer. This is, Chicago, I think. Yeah, Chicago. It's Chicago, Illinois. But yeah, back in the day when Prohibition went down, people would literally just drive their cars across the frozen lakes to Canada, buy a bunch of booze, drive back across the frozen lake and sell it.
I agree, I know.
Yeah.
But these are, like, perfect, like...
Oh, you're talking about my love of Molotov cocktails.
Right. These are, like, the perfect size of bottles to,
Yeah.
put whatever in.
The poor man's grenade, the Molotov cocktail.
Hey, it's easy.
Do you have like half a gallon of gas? Yeah.
Plus, it's small.
Yeah. Do you like half a gallon of gas? Yeah. You got a sock that you're not going to wear anytime soon? Yeah. Do you have a glass bottle? Yeah. Do you have a grievance against the government? Yeah. Why not burn it all down?
You technically don't even have to throw it. You just kind of have to, push it out of your hand in any which direction. You kind of don't really have to throw it. These ones are so small, you could just kind of, push.
Punt it.
Yep. Hell yeah,
or like a shot put.
Yep.
Phil, that's the Olympic sport I'm going to accelerate. Molotov cocktail chucking. When's that become an Olympic event? But Phil, we talked about this. Nickelodeon's doing the Nicktoon movie, where it's supposed to be like Roger Rabbit or something, where all the Nicktoons hang out and something goes on. I don't fucking know.
About time.
Yeah.
Like I said, they'll figure it out.
I want to see this. If they do rip off Roger Rabbit, I want to see the scene where they go to the ghetto part of the Nicktoon universe, where it's like Mr. Meaty and the Brothers Flub and Mega Babies and Rugrats all grown up. The Rugrats are still babies, but Rugrats all grown up suck so bad they put them in the ghetto. Right?
I know what you mean.
Yeah. The shitty part
There's
of town.
a whole other way to think of it.
Yeah. The shitty part of town where all the Nicktoons and Cousin Skeeter. How awesome would that be if they had it's cartoon, they have live action cartoons and Cousin Skeeter showed up?
90s kids.
Yeah. Hit like and subscribe if you remember Cousin Skeeter. I don't remember Cousin Skeeter being that bad. I haven't watched it in years. Oh, you know what would be really awesome if they could get Pete and Pete back. Artie, the strongest man in the world, teams up with Invader, or Artie, the strongest man in the world, punches Invader Zim in the mouth. Or something like that, right?
I agree.
That'd be awesome. But, like I said, Phil, 90s, well, you said it, 90s nostalgia. Tap that 90s vein.
90s was the best time to live. It's not my fault. It was the best time to live, though.
Yeah. Back when,
And we lived it.
back when Nickelodeon actually did good cartoons rather than just Avatar and Avatar.
When there was still music on MTV.
Oh, Phil, we're dating ourselves here, man. People are going to start calling us grandpas. But,
Some will like it.
yeah, someone. But I just heard that they're bringing back. Well, they're not bringing it back, but they're doing like a hour-long TV special of Rocko's Modern Life. Like a Rocko's Modern Life made-for-TV movie.
Ah.
Spunky!
It's not like live action, is it?
No, from what I understand, they haven't announced the voice cast, which hopefully they can get everyone back. You know, voice animators or cartoon voiceover people need work too, Phil.
Right. Well, it's going to be animated?
Yeah, it's gonna be animated.
Ah.
Yeah.
So it's not like no live action, no, we're trying to make it modern.
No, it's gonna be like the remember the Recycle special? You know, RICIT or Recycle.
Yep. RACYCLE, recycle. This is a good one.
You know, you can't fight City Hall. No. They are big and we are small.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be something like that. I don't know if it's going to be like a musical like that Earth Day special or whatever the hell that weird ass episode was.
Like CEO.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be like a hour long on TV, which means it will probably be like 45 minutes or so without commercials. Special on Cartoon Network. And like I said, hopefully they can get the voice cast back. The original creators coming back. You know.
Well, the people of Hey Arnold are still alive. And they're still trying to get them back, too. I could see that happening.
Well, as far as I know, the Hey Arnold thing, like, everyone's coming back. They just haven't finished the project yet, I guess, or something. But, I don't know, man. Rocko's Modern Life, we talked a lot about Hey Arnold on the show, not in a while, considering I rewatched it. Arnold's a fucking jazz hipster like a motherfucker. He's kind of annoying after a while.
He is.
Yeah. Well, Rocko, he's a pretty sweet dude, you know?
He is. He's a wallaby.
Yeah. Huffer. He's kind of a dick, but he means well. You know, his buddy Sheldon.
I'm sure Rocko's not SpongeBob.
No, because SpongeBob is annoying and doesn't realize that he's retarded.
I'm sure Rocko didn't play SpongeBob.
The same voice actor, you mean?
Right.
Might have. Tom, what's his name? I can't remember.
Something.
To IMDb.
I thought they were going to make it live action.
Like they did with, what the fuck was it? Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, it would have been something to see, Rocco sucked into the suckomatic.
Suckomatic. We must flee the
An
city.
always classic episode.
Yeah. Considering it pretty much as a Godzilla parody at one point. Like, we must flee from the Suckomatic and we'll destroy the city. Oh. And if you think about it too, Rocco's Modern Life is pretty much the regular show of its day, right?
Yep.
It was just, this lonely little wallaby who was trying to make his way in the world, and he was just trying to get it.
The big thing was it came to America.
Yeah, he came to America. Remember the one episode he was looking for a job and he went to go work for Mr. Bighead? But he was like a test subject or whatever, and he was chewing gum and was making his head turn into trees and shit like that.
I remember that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it was like the regular show of the day. It was like Rocco went for a mundane job interview and now he's got a fucking tree going out of his head. Or he went to vacuum his carpet and it turns into a giant monster that soaks up the entire city. A pile of garbage came to life and started singing about how we should recycle.
CONSERVE, conserve. Don't you POLLUTE, pollute the river, sky, or sea, or else you're gonna get what you deserve.
Like I said, hopefully they bring that kind of shit into it, and it's just not like, hey, remember Rocco? Like the new Powerpuff Girls reboot was like, yeah, just remember the Powerpuff Girls, buy the t-shirt.
Someone's gonna laugh at me saying that, Matt. They're gonna be like, oh, he remembered it.
Pollute the land or sky or something. Well, that's what I liked about Rocco's Modern Life. That's some pretty funny songs on there. That recycle song. He can't fight City Hall.
Yep.
That was always my favorite. They are big and we are small.
You can't fight corporate America. They're big and we are small. You can't fight City Hall. Classic.
No.
All classics.
Yeah. Well, there was one about too, like, the garbage men were on strike, and they made Garbage Men on Strike, the musical. Remember when Heifer and Rocco were going to the movie theater and they had a preview for Garbage Men? We're on strike.
Heck yeah.
This is good. This is good shit. So hopefully they don't ruin it.
They will. I don't know.
But like I said, with that Nicktoon movies though, Phil, I think Ren and Stimpy are gonna show up. But Phil, I'm telling you, don't no one remember Mr. Meanie. Don't remember the ugly Martians. Oh God, the bane of our existence.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah.
I would rather be reminded of Mr. Meaty than be reminded of that.
We are the Martians, the butt ugly Martians. We're not a Ninja Turtle ripoff. Oh wait, we are. God.
We're not a Ninja Turtle ripoff. Oh wait, we totally are. My bad. But buy our merchandise. But buy our merchandise. Thank you. We're out.
Yeah.
They were like, out. We did it. Out.
See.
There better be an ATM. There better be an ATM somewhere. Where's the ATM here? Where did I talk about getting paid?
I gotta cash this
check. Who do I talk to about getting paid? Where's the ATM here? Whatever. Come on.
I gotta cash this check while it's still good.
I gotta make UFO repairs now, y'all. Acting like you knew.
It's been so long since I've seen that show, but didn't they even like live in like they don't live in the sewer, but they live in a pizzeria or something like that, right?
Yeah. They were always eating like human food, and because that part of the genre,
That and Street.
made like oh, the Martians are one of us. Let's watch this show. Oh, there's an animated show about a bunch of Martians that like to eat pizza. Dude, gnarly, dude, I'm in, bro.
Brah!
What's up, bro?
Brah! Seriously, brah!
Yep,
Brah!
what's going on? Like, oh, there ain't no beef sandwiches, but there's pizza. Dude, who brought that up, bro? Bruh.
Brah! Phil, no one knows about beef.
Bruh.
Phil, no one knows about beef sandwich. That's an itch.
They wish they knew beef sandwiches.
Beef sandwiches, bro. Beef sandwiches, bro. What, you fucking puss? Get some beef sandwich on that.
You don't crunch pusses? I crunch pusses.
I'm gonna need you to sign this. I'm gonna need you to sign this release form saying it's okay for me to take you upstairs and crush your purse. I also need verbal agreement. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, now I need you to actually say it's okay for me to take you upstairs and crush your purse. Yeah, it's okay for you to take me upstairs and crush my purse. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs and crush your purse. Damn, Phil, these fucking undercover beers are fucking better than I thought.
Well,
Let's go crush some puss.
you got any? You got a little more than me.
Oh, you beat me, Phil?
A little bit.
I'm about to say we're down to the last couple swigs, Phil. Chug race.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Right. What is it? Lagunitas undercover. Shut it down.
Ew.
Fucking ale, whatever. It fucking sucks.
Let's do it.
Woo! Chug race. Ah, you beat me again. Oh, and it tastes like ass.
Very, very strong at the end, but
Arg.
worth it.
Phil got talking about butt ugly Martians. No one, what other beer can do that to you, right? That butt ugly Martians and Street Sharks ripped off Ninja Turtles so hard, right? The chair's getting rickety.
Damn, Matt.
Well, I got the restless leg, man.
Right, so do I. I've been incapacitated before.
Magura! Spread your butt for Gajira!
Dirty slut. Give it up to Godzilla.
Keep your ass!
It's like, where's the, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Stegosaurus, Mothra that we've been waiting for forever? Because Godzilla's like a Stegosaurus and a Tyrannosaurus mixed together. They just call him Monster Kaiju because it means, giant monster.
Kaiju.
Yeah. Obviously, he's a giant monster, but...
Well, Phil, he's a metaphor for nuclear war that happens to take form in a T-Rex / Stegosaurus.
It does. That explains the big giant spikes on his back. That's how he draws the power. He's got Stegosaurus spikes.
Resurgence is coming out.
Tyranno body.
Godzilla Resurgence, the one from Toho, which means it should be at least halfway.
It will. It'll impress.
Hopefully.
Any real Godzilla fans will go see it.
I know. If it gets a release date in America, I haven't looked it up recently, but as far as I know, there's still no release date in America for it. So we got to go back to, remember back in the day when we went to flea markets?
Yeah.
With that notebook full of all the Godzilla movies we
We're talking about back in the day where we went to the freaking
flea markets and video
store.
stores.
We had like 6 different titles that tied into the same movie, and I'm like, no, wait, that's that, Matt. I'm telling you, that's that right now. And you're like, oh, okay, check.
Yeah. Yeah. We
did that.
Yeah. Because
we went there.
Godzilla versus Monster Zero, Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, they're the same fucking movie.
You know? Or they tie into some movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we did back in the day, Phil, back in the day, the internet, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
What the fuck was the internet?
Notepads.
Yeah, we had to write shit down. So we went to every flea market, comic book store, yard sale, back alley bootleg shit that was recorded, obviously from fucking. Oh, Phil, the fucking crappy dubs we have seen in our lives.
We have seen all of them.
Oh.
It is obvious.
You kid your days now with the internet and your fucking Netflix.
We have seen the ultimate kaiju. The ultimate kaiju pack. Ultimate giant monster.
Phil, we've
seen all of them.
We
even rented them all.
Yeah. We had Biollante versus Godzilla on VHS in Japanese with no subtitles. And we still watched the hell out of it. Because there was no fucking U-turn back then.
Right.
Godzilla versus Biollante, $3. Here you go.
That was back then when you couldn't look up the languages now.
Yeah. Flea markets were the shit back in the day. Like, I haven't been to a flea market in, like, what, 10, 12 years? Oh, God, it's been a while.
Please.
Yeah, 10, 12 years now.
I remember pulling out all the stops. Hey, you think you'd take $1 less? Sure.
Well, Phil, like I said, that was the great thing, Phil. We could always get the cut on the VHS copies, or the VHSs. It's like, hey, man, I'm buying, like, 5, 10 comics anyways. Maybe you can cut me $1 or $2 off on this VHS. Haggling, son. The original eBay, the flea market.
Butter it up.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm technically buying like $10 worth of comics anyways. You can't cut me like $2 off on this DVD or the DVD VHS. Get off my lawn, right? So many wasted dollars on issues of Youngblood and Spawn. Why didn't you stop me, Phil? You knew they were bad. But you just sat there and let me give Tom McFarlane money.
That's your fault.
Yeah, that's true. You weren't complaining when we were watching fucking Godzilla versus because we saw a couple of them before they hit America.
Godzilla's better than Spawn.
Yeah, that's true. Why do you think Godzilla keeps getting movies and Spawn doesn't, even though Tom McFarlane's been trying for years?
Oh! As if he wishes.
Yeah, don't know when give a shit.
He hopes, I guess.
Yeah.
Or he dreams.
Yeah, he dreams.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to call it now, you know?
Yeah.
I hope to call it by something, but I just don't know what to call it anymore. I was going to say he dreams, so...
That motherfucker's making enough money off of Walking Dead action figures. He don't need to write no more comics.
That's true. I agree.
Him and Robert Kirkman. Yeah, but like I was talking about, Phil, Godzilla Resurgence, the one by Toho. It should be coming out here pretty soon. I can't remember the exact release date.
Better not have no kids sleeping in it.
Oh, you mean where a kid's watching more of the fight than we are?
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure it won't have that.
Yeah. But as far as I know, it doesn't have an official release date in America yet.
Like I said, they make us wait until like the last few days or whatever.
If we're lucky, we'll get a digital release, like The Killing Joke. That way we can watch it at home, I guess. I don't know. So, unfortunately, the only Godzilla movie we ever got to see in the theater, other than the Matthew Broderick one from 1999, which is... let's not get into that. But the only other one we got to saw was...
Fish.
That's a lot of fish. But the only other one that was released in America in the theaters during our lifetime was Godzilla 2000, which was pretty good. But come on, Phil, I want to see fucking... Oh, I think Final Wars got released in theaters too, but I don't think we didn't see it in theaters, unfortunately. We saw the movie, we just didn't see it in theaters. We've watched every goddamn Godzilla movie. Don't question me. So, epic dropkick of all time. Fuck gravity. Oh, right. But, I don't know. Fuck, man, I just...
Epic fire breath transport. We've seen it. That was even worse. He was transporting himself with his wind breath or fire breath, whatever it was, ETC.
His atomic astral projection breath. I don't know, fucking.
For some reason,
science, bitch.
Don't worry about it. It's like, don't worry about it.
There was just a
just because.
There was just a Japanese guy that was happy he didn't have to fucking sweat his ass to death in that suit for like fucking 7 hours.
Yeah, it's like, just because.
Well, Phil, I'll stick with this, Phil. CG Godzilla sucks dick. Give me a sweating Asian dude in a suit any day over the week. CG Godzilla sucks. Dude in rubber suit rules.
I'll pay money. I might buy a drink. Oh wait, I won't buy a drink.
$5 for a fucking Slurpee. Fuck yeah.
It's like, I might buy a drink. Oh wait, no, I won't buy a drink. I did that last time. Right. I'm like, nope.
I didn't sneak a bottle of booze into the fucking Suicide Squad. But I stuck a bottle of booze in the Batman v Superman Man of Steel. But Phil, that was justified. I needed that. That was the only way I was getting. Phil, tequila will only get me so far.
I remember you were pretty butthurt. Ass hurt.
We have like a 2-hour show where half of it's literally saying "fuck that movie." I can't remember what episode it was, but I like Suicide Squad.
I did see Batman killing all those people. He must have killed all of them. I counted at least 5 or 6 people killed.
Phil, that wasn't
when he was doing that fight scene in the movie anyway.
Phil, that wasn't Batman v Superman. That was Bat Death versus Super Murder.
It was.
Yeah, I
remember, he splattered that guy's skull, and I was like, oh, he's dead.
I really don't.
I know.
I really don't.
I know, you're still butthurt. It's okay.
Yeah, I really don't want to fucking talk about that fucking movie.
Matt, I got this vodka-soaked tampon. Just kidding.
My butthole just grabbed it like... It was like that episode of BoJack Horseman we watched, remember? Oh shit, he's butt chugging! People, don't butt chug, but do watch BoJack Horseman. Oh, Phil, I still taste that fucking beer, man.
I don't. Project Shutdown or something like that.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Fuck it. We're back now. We're drinking mojitos.
Yes, we are. We are living the Bruce Campbell life.
Fucking giant chins and bad puns. Woo!
Sam Axe chins. His chin could have thrown that chainsaw.
You know, spies, bunch of whiny little girls.
It was bitches, but...
Whatever. It's been on years.
Matt trying to be clean.
Not trying to be clean. It's been like the show's been over for like what 2-3 years now, and I haven't watched it in like a year or two. Burn Notice. That's what we're talking about. Get that note because you should.
He got burned. Nobody burns Michael.
My name is Michael West.
And I am better than you at everything.
James Bond can suck a dick.
Now, you see, the thing about that... I always use that classic joke to make fun of Michael Weston. You keep on knocking, but the words ain't coming through.
Michael Weston is pretty much James Bond and MacGyver.
Hell yeah.
Mixed together.
I mean, it was... You keep on talking, but the words ain't coming through.
Right.
You keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Because my name, your name, his name, their name,
His chin.
our name, Sam's name, Steve's name, Jesse's name, my FBI contact's name, my CIA contact's name, Nick's name, Nick's punk son's name, it's Charlie.
They could have cut Charlie out of the show and I wouldn't care. But then they wouldn't have the happy ending.
With my name, his spy skills, his mojitos, her shotgun work.
Her knowledge of explosives.
With her knowledge of explosives as well. ETC. Write it in. Write it in.
Don't worry about it.
Because she's Irish. She's an Irish lass.
Well, at least Bruce Campbell finally went back to what made him famous in the first place. Ash.
He did.
Ash versus Evil Dead. It's not Army of Darkness 2 or Evil Dead 4, but we finally got a continuation.
At least it wasn't lame. I enjoyed all of the episodes that I saw.
We watched the whole first season. The second season hasn't came out yet. I can't remember when it's coming out, but I don't feel like looking it up right now. Because it's summer and it's hot as hell in here.
About time.
Only took... When did Army of Darkness come out? Like 93?
Approximately.
92, 93. So it only took, what, almost 20 years to get a continuation, I guess?
About. They finally agreed on something, at least.
I don't know what the deal is, but they've been talking about doing it ever since, like, the first one came out. It's been one of those things. It, like Deadpool, is like, it's one of those things, I'll believe it when I actually see it. Okay, it's actually out. Okay, it's a real thing.
It disappears, then it comes back. Disappears, then it comes back every now and then.
Yeah. It seems like every Comic-Con for like 10 years, they're like, oh yeah, we're totally doing it. It's going to happen. It's going to be a thing.
Unless it interrupts my TV program, I do not. It's like, I do not believe it. I will not believe.
Well, I don't know what the deal is. What took them so long to actually do it. I don't know. Bruce or Sam Raimi finally got sick of making Spider-Man movies, I guess. As you can clearly tell from 3.
Was bad. I was just like, what a coincidence. They're both at the same spot when that happened.
Well, I don't like any of the Spider-Man movies, to be honest with you.
I was kind of like, oh, come on, like 1 in a billion type chances that they're there at the same time.
What do you mean, who's there at the same time?
Oh, Spider-Man and the Eddie Brock guy, when the Venom went on him.
Oh, when Eddie
the symbiote.
Brock... Oh, well, that happens in the comics, too. Just so happens, because the symbiote is making Spider-Man go cray-cray, and he thinks he's about to kill someone. And he realizes that the symbiote doesn't like loud noises, so he swings up to a church bell and starts ringing it.
He did.
Yeah, and it just so happens, even in the comics, it happened the same way. Eddie Brock just lost his job, and he goes to church to pray to God to kill Spider-Man for him. The exact same time that Spider-Man's getting rid of an evil alien thing that happens to stick to the guy that hates Spider-Man the most.
So, the symbiote did freak out. You could see it trying to get away from the host.
Yeah. Well,
because of the noises.
Yeah. The symbiote's biggest weaknesses are sound and fire. They're like Frankenstein with really bad ears. They don't like fire and sound waves. But yeah, that doesn't really bother me. It's just that Venom's in the movie for 10 minutes at most.
FaceTime.
FaceTime, bro.
Bruh.
Well, like I said, the symbiote makes the host 9 out of 10 times more aggressive and more violent. And in Peter Parker's case, it made him John Travolta from Midnight Cowboy. You know?
A John Travolta confused. What?
Yeah.
And he turns.
Instead of making him more violent and aggressive towards people, it made him douchey and do dance numbers.
Douchebag dancer.
Yeah. Because I think at one point, too, he even threatened to kill, or not kill, but threatened to beat the shit out of Flash Thompson, because Flash Thompson's always giving him shit, you know?
Well, he was always perceived as a bully. Or a jock bully.
Yeah, that's what Flash Thompson is. Who, ironically enough, is currently the current Venom.
A D-head jock.
Yeah. Well,
jockstrap.
Well, Phil, Flash had it pretty bad. He lost his college scholarship, ended up working out some McDonald's, not McDonald's, but McDonald's fast food joint. Someone tried to frame him to be the Hobgoblin, so he would go to jail. He was at a rough point in his life, so he would join the military, only get his shins blown off. But unlike Cotton, they couldn't reattach his feet to his knees.
So he didn't get lucky.
Yeah.
Well, Golden Cup boy.
Well, he's lucky in the sense that he survived, I guess. And just go figure, the government at that point had their hands on the Venom symbiote. And the general that was Flash's general felt bad about getting that boy's shins blown off.
He couldn't sleep.
Yeah, right.
He couldn't sleep at night.
Yeah, so he thought he'd give him a new life, and he's like, we're gonna sedate the symbiote somewhat, pump it full of drugs, then attach it to a soldier of ours to make another super soldier. Because that always works out well.
It doesn't.
Yeah. 9 out of 10 times it doesn't.
I see the idea.
Yeah. Kind of like the Thunderbolts and the Suicide Squad.
Well, they thought it would replicate his legs.
Well,
kinda.
It does, because the symbiote's kind of like
He needs legs to move.
Yeah. Well, the symbiote's like a green, black slime that can take over your body. It kind of looks like a Green Lantern thing.
I remember.
Because that's why Carnage, he can make his hand into an axe and then swing it at you. And they can make tentacles and shit like that.
I like Carnage.
Yeah. Well, actually, in the first issue of Rick Remender writing Venom, he's in not Iraq.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Generic name, Muslim country, fighting some insurgents, and he just killed a bunch of terrorists. And he sees that there's this little girl stuck in the middle of an alley, and there's gunfire going all around. So Flash Thompson uses the symbiote to grow some tentacles so he can pick up some assault rifles, and then grab the girl and use the tentacles to shoot assault rifles and give him cover fire for himself while he tries to save the little girl.
I see. Must have been a lot of assault rifles, obviously.
I think it was only 2. I can't remember. It was 2 or 3. I can't remember exactly.
Well, it was enough. Yeah. Somebody's getting down if that's being fired.
Well, Phil, I imagine you see a guy in all
black. They can hear that chain.
Yeah, well, Phil, you're you're a guy, and then all of a sudden you see a dude in all black grow tentacles out of his back, pick up machine guns, and start spraying wildly. Wouldn't you be like, fuck!
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that shit!
Ching, 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 ching.
Yeah.
Hear that chain.
Yeah. So you could see why they would want to use the Venom symbiote as a tool for good. And then yada yada yada, the book gets canceled, he joins the Guardians of the Galaxy, they find the symbiote planet, him and the symbiote are all cool now, and he's the one true Venom. I don't know, I don't read Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't really know what happens.
And they lived happily ever after.
I guess, kind of.
Just because,
Yeah.
like I said.
Well, I don't know.
It always boils down to just because. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I don't read Guardians of the Galaxy. I just kind of looked this up because I like Rick Remender's run on the character. So I was like, I don't read Guardians of the Galaxy, but I kind of look. That's what makes you think. That's how you know it's good, Phil. You're not supposed to like Flash Thompson. Flash Thompson was a dick. But Rick Remender, during his run, made me like that character. Didn't make me like him enough to keep reading whatever he's in, but whatever.
Correct. What were you saying?
If you actually want to read good Venom comics, just look up Rick Remender's run on it, pretty much.
I will.
Well, I have them all. I was say, Phil, I have so many books you can read, you just never do. Well, you got for the, what was it, first 3 or 4 hardcovers of Walking Dead and just kind of quit?
You said you had my bookmark there that one time.
Well, I left it there for 6 months, and then you never went back to it, so I took it out. I don't remember where
Correct. Remember, I was like, that's still in there? Dang!
Yeah.
It was good. I was like, dang it, where's Swamp Thing last time? I was like, darn it, he moved it.
Yeah.
I was looking for it for a minute. I was like, oh man, he moved it.
That's what you really need to do. You just...
I was gonna read it, but I was like, oh man, he moved it. I don't know where it is.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I was like, oh well.
Because I finally moved all my comics into one room.
Right.
Instead of just having them lying all randomly through my house. I'm telling you, Phil, that's what you gotta do. Get yourself a bottle of booze, a couple of joints, read you some Swamp Thing. Last week we went and saw the Suicide Squad movie, which we might be one of the few, air quotes, movie critics that actually like that movie. Listen to last week's episode if you want to hear that. I don't want to really get into that.
It bounced up since then,
Yeah.
at least.
But we don't see that many movies. The last movie I saw was
Legally.
Yeah. Don't put
Just kidding.
I'll say I gotta cut that out. You know, right?
I know.
Just making more work for me, Phil.
You can do it, big man.
Yeah, I only fucking edit every goddamn episode.
Right.
Not like that fucking takes 3-4 hours.
Does.
But anyways, we don't see that many movies a year. We only go see like the superhero movies, really. Like the last movie I went to see, I bit the bullet myself and went and saw Batman v Superman. And yeah, don't want to get into that either.
Butthurt movie.
Yeah, fuck that movie.
Butthurt versus Superman.
No, it's Bat Death versus Super Murder. Batman and Superman weren't in that movie. There were 2 different guys named Bat Death and Super Murder. And it turns out Bat Death's weakness is his mama's name.
Bat Death and Murder Man.
Murder Man.
How do you know that name? That name.
If they did that in the Ben Affleck solo Batman movie where the Joker just goes Martha and the Batman just crawls up into the fetal position and starts crying. Like, oh my god, I've been trying to break this guy for years. And all I had to do was say his mom's name. I've been going about this all wrong. I might not have had to kill so many Robins.
Imagine how much money I could have saved on guns and ammo.
All it takes is one word. Look at Martha. Martha. My parents are dead.
That name. That football!
Such a fucking stupid reason.
Oh, Peter hit me in the nose with a football!
But anyway,
Martha.
yeah, Marcia.
No.
I know, but Marcia.
But Martha, basically.
Yeah.
Urgh.
But anyway, it was assigned seating.
Bad.
I hate assigned seating because I always get stuck in like the first 2 or 3 rows.
We always get a broken chair, too.
Yeah.
Mine wouldn't recline all the way.
We were in the front row for the Suicide Squad. Part of me wanted to go to the counter and be like, look, I don't know if you recognize me or not, but I'm mad if we are podcast.
What?
Yeah, what? Google it. But I believe I'm entitled to better seating than the rest of these commoners here. I don't know if you knew this or not, but I have 31 subscribers.
I would have been like, let me guess, we got the broke seats. They're broke.
Yeah. That's probably why we got those seats. It's like, it's that podcast asshole again.
I remember mine didn't even recline all the way, and I got mad for a little bit.
I don't recline in those chairs. It makes me, it's not comfortable.
Well, when you're that close,
yeah,
you kind of have to.
You don't really bother me that much.
We were close, though.
We were in the front row.
Right. Well, I had to look to the other side of the screen when you're that close.
We could have threw popcorn at someone.
That's true.
But part of me just, like I said, I'm not going to do it, but part of me just wants to be like, hey, do you know who I am? I'm a Z-list internet celebrity. Now, you might not have heard, but trust me, I'm better than you. I made fun of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I remember I was laughing on the last episode. And you're like, so my tattoo sucks, huh?
Yeah. Can't work a month to save my life.
Yep, that was hilarious. That's what I was laughing about.
I don't know. Brock Lesnar's a big, beastie-looking fucking dude. What are you gonna do? He's a decent wrestler. He just has no fucking charisma.
Well, he is a decent wrestler, but he's not on the show earning it every freaking week. Like, the Cash Cow and
Well, I was about to say, I don't
Dean
like
Ambrose and Seth Rollins and
Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose,
Kalisto and all those other people.
Yeah. Well, Seth Rollins, he's got some talent behind him. He can actually wrestle too.
Plus, he can work a mic.
Yeah. Plus, he knows how to shoot a promo. John Cena, he can't wrestle, but goddamn if he isn't over and knows how to shoot a promo at least, right? And that's the other thing too. Like Brock Lesnar only wrestles like maybe 3-4 times a year at that.
At least.
Yeah. And John Cena's fucking out there like fucking every week almost.
At least he does scrub events too, and he wins matches.
Yeah, he does house shows and stuff too. So you gotta give that. Yeah,
plus live events.
Plus Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah.
I guess he's done. I'm not 100% sure of this, but I heard somewhere that he's like done the most Make-A-Wish Foundation appearances more than any celebrity ever.
Yep, I saw the one where he went to the arcade with that kid and they were blasting zombies or whatever. That was cool.
And that's the thing too. It's like when he does the Make-A-Wish thing, it's not like he shows up, gives them some T-shirts and signs some autographs, takes some pictures, and leave. He actually goes out and
He was hanging out with them.
Yeah, they go to. They go to wrestling shows and all that. It's not like a 5-minute interview. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Buy my next T-shirt. Just kidding.
Here's a T-shirt.
Well, right, he was hanging out with the kid.
You want a selfie?
I was like, oh, he got the broomstick zombies with John Cena? Man, I'm jealous.
No,
I was. Matt, you're in the presence of the Cash Cow. What more could you ask for?
Can we just make Kane again and get rid of corporate Kane
Nah.
if that ever happens?
No.
No.
I wish they could, but he's got to get that ankle broke.
That's the other thing, too. Kane's up in his 50s now, and he works way more than Brock Lesnar does.
He does.
And like I said, Brock Lesnar has no charisma and doesn't know how to shoot a promo. That's why they give him Paul Heyman, the best promoter ever, to hype him up.
He's paying Paul Heyman a certain amount of money to do that. It's enough.
No, he's not paying. It's Vince McMahon being the wrestling genius he is. I got a guy who's a beast and a good technical wrestler, but has no charisma. Well, I'll use a promoter that has a lot of charisma and a lot of fan backing. So I'll stick him with him.
And a lot of plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think the Mouth of the South was everyone's manager in the 80s?
He was.
Because Jimmy Hart was a charismatic, sometimes annoying dude with a sweet airbrush jackets.
Yep. It's just like that House of Truth guy from TNA. He's had almost every major superstar being a manager. You know, up to Jay Lethal, who was the Black Machismo at one time.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep. But he's done all of the great ones, even Sabu.
Oh, what's that dude from ECW with the whistle? I forgot his name.
Huh?
The dude with the whistle from ECW. That was every other person's manager.
Oh, Bill Alfonso.
Yeah, Bill Alfonso. Why do you think no one remembers Bill Alfonso that greatly? Except for that one match he does with Beulah McGillicuddy and shit. Where she smacks his ass in the head with I can't remember, a cookie sheet or a table or something. His fucking face just turns red.
No.
She fucking peeled
Took
that.
his hits.
Yeah, I'm about to say. That's called paying dues, people. Oh, she fucking split his head open, man. That was fucking nasty.
He'd usually manage people like Rhino and Sabu, usually people that were out of control.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why he had the whistles. Like, stand up.
Don't kill him! Don't kill him! Yeah. Free! Free!
Well, he started off as a referee and then somehow got bumped up to manager status.
I remember.
And I think he managed pretty much everyone except for, like, Tommy Dreamer.
He had a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, the couple times that ECW came to Lansing, he was there. He was Taz's manager when we saw him once. When we saw Taz versus Sabu at the Lansing Center. That was fucking awesome.
It was insane.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Sabu was flipping off everything, man. Freaking sunset flipping into the crowd, hitting his opponent.
For a show that maybe had, maybe 500 people in it, they fucking tore through. That was an insane match. They fucking man.
They tore the roof off. They even went outside and were fighting for a minute.
Yeah. The Dudley Boys versus Axel Rotten and Spike Dudley. One Man Gang versus Tommy Dreamer. That was a sweet one, too.
Yep. I was talking about the wannabe Shawn Michaels guy and Rhino fight. That's the one that went outside.
Yeah, the jobber.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name, but it was crazy.
Yeah. It was probably some local talent that they hired to get sacrificed to Rhino.
Rhino got thrown into a fire extinguisher case. Man! Freaking rocked the arena. It was crazy. Yeah. They were sticking each other outside for a minute.
And that was back
Matt got stopped by security.
Yeah. And that was back when the Dudley Boys gimmick, too, was they're going to kick everyone in the arena's ass.
Yep, I remember. And I hit one with a piece of candy. I hit Bubba right in his hand. I was like, yeah, I got him. I was like, yeah, I hit him right in his hand.
Well, I can't remember what they said, but they said something, and people even started throwing their fucking $5 beers into the ring at him and shit.
I remember Dad tossed a drink, remember?
Yeah, Dad found a drink. Someone left half of something on the ground. I can't remember what, soda or something. Dad chucked it at him. But I can't remember what they said exactly, but they said something, and everyone just started chucking whatever they could, and a lot of it was liquid, and they were just standing in the middle of the ring.
I remember they were just taking it.
Yeah, they were just standing in the middle of the ring with their hands crossed, At the best you got. While they're getting fucking poured with like stale beer and shit and popcorn and shit get thrown out.
They were there to take most of the heat for the show and be the heels that night. Because they were champs at the time.
Oh, I remember what they said too after that. After like, are you dumbasses done throwing stuff now? All right, you got about 2 more minutes before these assholes come out here and get their ass beat to go buy another beer. Right.
Boo. Hiss. I remember us going, hiss.
Yeah. Because I remember that, because they're like, yeah, we pissed you off to make you throw your drink at us. Now go buy another one! You dicks. Dumbasses.
Dudleyville.
Yeah.
Dudleyville would have bought another one.
Big Dick Dudley would have bought another one. But it took longer than 2 minutes because they actually had to get someone in there to sweep up. There's so much trash in the ring, they had to get someone in there with a broom to...
The ref was kicking out all the bottles and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And the ring for the rest of that night was soaked.
It was. People were slipping.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
Yeah, I remember we saw Spike Dudley when he was just a scrub. Kicking ass. Taking names.
Oh, Phil, Spike Dudley's a little dude, so he's always going to be the jobber scrub.
Remember, he was just wearing a freaking tie-dye shirt at the time we saw him.
That's always been a kid.
We seen him in the Pride, man. He was young.
Remember...
we should be proud of that. We saw him in his Pride.
Yeah. Prime, not Pride. Pride was Pat.
Right, that's what I meant, Prime.
Plus, there's that one match where, what was it, Bam Bam Bigelow threw Spike Dudley's tiny ass little into the crowd and they started crowd surfing him around.
Yep, I remember that. That was funny.
Yeah. The one match where Spike Dudley literally just gets power bombed through table after table by Mike Awesome.
He did.
Yeah. Spike Dudley was never meant to be a main star.
He had a tremendous amount of heart.
Yeah. He was just a little dude that was meant to take a beat.
He lost good.
I think he was light heavyweight champion in WWE for like a hot minute, wasn't he?
Probably.
Back when they still had
I wish I could remember when that was, but I can't.
I can't remember either. I only half-heartedly pay attention to wrestling nowadays. Mick Foley can't wrestle no more, bro.
Oh, he's general manager.
Yeah, I know.
And so was Daniel Bryan. I told you, Matt. He'd come back as general manager of SmackDown, and that's what he did. Called it.
Beard on beard violence, so.
Yep. Yeah, it was funny when Randy Orton did that sneak RKO on Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar freaking turned right into it. It was funny for the camera. But yeah, Mick Foley went walking out there like he was going to do something or something with Stephanie McMahon, and she's like, get Orton out of here. And he's all hanging with the fans like, what up? It's like, oh, please, Mick Foley walking out there like he can do something or something like that. Like, wow, he can walk.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of just happy that they're pushing Randy Orton again, because after his, what was that, like 8-month fucking feud with John Cena?
At least.
Fucking,
crushed his career.
Yeah, just fucking crushed his career for a couple of years there.
Cash cow.
Yeah. And plus it doesn't help that he's getting injured all the time and getting busted with meth either, so that doesn't help.
It is true.
But
Orton's have a history of knee problems, basically.
Yeah.
So does Dad.
Yeah. But Rob Van Dam hooked him up with his piss guy, so he's cool now. Brock Lesnar should have just been a man, paid RVD that $50 to get the number, right?
Yep. Should have been. RVD kept it open for him. RVD knew what to do. He said, "Yo, if you ever need a piss guy, you can call me.
You
Got the best."
You need a piss guy, you call R. I met him in jail at one time. He said, "Who got pissed?"
He was the one that got let go, so he said, "Keep my number."
What you know about clean urine? Let's just pay Shane O'Mac to dive off high objects.
Or do coast to coast.
I'm surprised they never let. Maybe because it's the boss's son, but I'm surprised no one's ever stole that. And with that being said, this is the end of We Are Podcasting, the podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. This was episode 63, and my name is Matt.
And my name's Phil. Please join the Overlord Tank Group on Facebook. Thank you very much.
And as always, thank you anyone and everyone for listening. You can follow or fuck it, I don't care. I'm not redoing this. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, leave a question, comment, or email at podcast@gmail.com. You can also follow me, Matt, on Twitter at Matt of We Are Pod. Thank you and good night.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and that's the show.